Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is your old pal Van Dweller back with more classic Tetris monthly Masters event for August. No, I keep saying August. That's the second time I've said that today. What is wrong with my brain? October. You know, OCT, the 8th month of the year, right? It's the 8th month of the year. I should get that correct. October 2025. See, it's not really the 8th month of the year. Anyway. Yes, October 2025 Masters event, Classic Tetris Monthly. Van Dweller is the host, and we are playing one single solitary solo match between two Tetris players. It's the bottom left-hand corner, Tugi, who we all know and love. Everybody loves Tugi. 100% approval rating for Tugi, at least in my heart. And on the other side is Mushman, who I know nothing about. Like, literally nothing. It sounds like the name of an old poker friend of mine. Very close, but I don't think it's that person because he wouldn't be very good at Tetris. So, Tugi versus Mushman. Is it Mushman or Mushman? Like Spider-Man or Spider-Man? Which one is it? I don't know. I might just say Mush. Yeah, like you don't say NGC man, you say, you know, NGC man. But anyway, all right, Mushman, whoever it is, Tugi versus Mushman 3 is the match that we're doing right now. This is going to feed into a round 2 match against Sodium Overdose, who will not be playing immediately after this. It would be very convenient if he were, but he is not. And eventually this is going to feed into a top 16 match against Blue Scooty. So Tugi versus Mushman. Mushman, what is it? Is it Mushman or Mushman? Anyway, let's take a look at our rules. Not going to go through the whole shebang because, it's one match. So if it's 2 matches, we go through the whole thing, one match. We just kind of tell you the essentials, which are that this is a best of 5, so the first player to 3 wins is the winner of the match. Level 18 starts every single time. Level 39 super kill screen, make sure that is turned on, and we are of course playing uncapped score, no max outs. Points over the traditional max out do count. We will be using same piece sets, and we will be re-rolling them in between games. We will not be incrementing, we will be re-rolling. Do not pause unless I tell you to. If you do experience technical issues like OBS or internet or PC slowdowns or whatever, just keep playing and await further instructions from me. I will say them out loud or put them in the chat if you aren't listening to the commentary, which I wouldn't blame you because, it's pretty mid. But that's okay. Okay, yes, and the winner gets absolutely something. Yeah, we do have a prize pool, believe it or not, and it stands right now at $1,022.72. We had an overnight contribution to the prize pool from Scott Gray. So thank you so much, Scott Gray. Really appreciate that overnight contribution, and that gets us halfway to our top 8 incentive. If we get to $2,000, we will pay the top 8. Right now we're paying the top 4, but we want to pay the top 8. So that is what is now in your hands, fans and viewers. Our prize pool is funded 100% by you. No sponsors, no endowments, no foundations, nothing like that. Just y'all. That's it. You are responsible. So do your share, do your fingers, and do your share, and go to the Matcherino page for this tournament. Use the Matcherino command to find the link. I'm going to pop it into chat right now just to demonstrate how it works. Look at that. Oh my God. They are there. Click on the one that says Masters. That will take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. Top right-hand corner, there's a button that says Log In. Click on that to log in. You can use your existing Twitch or YouTube account. You do not need to go through any convoluted account creation process. You just log in with Twitch or YouTube. Easy. Once you're in the contribute button, click on that to contribute. The internet savvy will serve you well. Also, did I mention? I didn't. that there are contribution codes. These are free little clicks that you can do on a button. It's a blue button that says claim code. You can click on that, and that will kick 25 cents into the prize pool, courtesy of Matcherino. Every time it is clicked, we have a limit of 50 and one per account. So please head on over to Matcherino. At least do that. We have 21 left of those to do. So I don't want to keep talking about the contribution codes. So please go over and do those at least. Thank you very much. That's how to support the players, the Classic Tetris players. And to support your Classic Tetris host and channel, you got a lot of different options. One of which, a big one, is Patreon. Go to patreon.com/monthlytetris. Make an ongoing pledge of support, just like the people on this screen have done. And there are some other people I have to add, like Violet, for example, who just the other night started up a little, recurring whatever, membership, contribution, whatever it is. And thank you to everybody on this slide for contributing to keep this channel going, because it truly would not continue without your help. We'd be done. It would be over. It would be totally done. I'm not even kidding. Literally, you would be watching, I don't know, Classic Tetris Wars. No, that's Classic Tetris Wars is good. But anyway, yeah, it would be over without you guys. So thank you so much, Patreon, and the other people supporting us in other ways. Use the support command. There it is right there. There's some other ways to support us. If you don't like Patreon, I know some people don't, you can make a recurring contribution via PayPal. You can actually set an amount to recur to someone that you're paying. So you can do that over there if you want to as well. We'll drop you on the slide if you do that. So thank you, everybody. Oh, other ways, if you're watching on YouTube, you can do a super chat, super sticker, super thanks, super comment, super this, super that. Right next to the chat button, there's a little money symbol. Just click on that and you can send a super chat. And the super chat is a good way if you want to guarantee, assuming it's a family-friendly comment, guarantee that I will read your comment pretty much. That is a way to do it. Super thanks are good. On Twitch, you've got bits and subs and gift subs and Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime gaming subs. And yeah, that is all the way to support us. So let me go ahead and get over to this whole thing. We'll refresh our players' streams. There's that. There's this. The players are online. Tugi styling right now. I mean, look how relaxed Tugi is. Tugi looks so relaxed right now. I don't think I've ever been that relaxed. Mushman, are you streaming? Where are you streaming? You got to stream in order to play in Tetris. I can't stream you unless you are yourself are streaming. You are streaming? Okay, let me refresh you again. 29. You're C28, right? C28? All right, there you go. You are streaming. All right. Good job. You've done it. You have successfully streamed to Twitch. And all right, just give me a moment here to just mess with the cameras. The music is about to change, and that will be when I drop the pieces, my guys. All right, the pieces are about to get dropped into the chat. So players, it is time to do all that. And if there's a mod in chat who can pin the seeds this stream, that would be helpful. Much appreciate. And I will, let's see what we got for Mushman. Mushman, is it Mushman? Can I just say Mushman? Like Irving Mushman? Or is it Mushman? Mushman? Hello, I'm Irving Mushman. be around there. There we go. Look at that. It's Mushman. All right, like a man. All right. All right, well, we've got Tugi versus Mushman. I want to say Mushman because I have a friend whose last name is Mushman, and it's very similar. So I can't guarantee that I won't do that, but I will do my best. All right, looks like both players are ready. Both players are on seed 018 FB1. Both players are ready. Let's get him started. Purple Bracket Classic Tetris Monthly Masters event, October 2025, round 1 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Oh, why is Tugi say NR? Tugi is R. For some reason, my little thing for Tugi says rank NR, but that is 25. Not exactly sure why on the little placard there for Tugi. I swear I put 25 there. That is critical. I really did put that. I don't know why it didn't show up, but all right. Anyway, on the left side of your screen, it's Tugi, seed number 21 from Austria with a PB of 2.27 million. And don't let whatever the intern put on this little ID placard below the player. Tugi is a 25th ranked Tetris player in the world according to the most recent Premier poll. And I agree. And I've been banging the Tugi drum for a couple of months now, and unfortunately, I have not submitted a Premier poll ranking in 2 months. But I will do it from here on in, and I'm sure Tugi will rise in the rankings because Tugi has been under-ranked and underappreciated for a long time. 117 here for Tugi, 77,000 for Mushman. So you have last seen Tugi at the CTWC Northeast Regional about a month ago. Took second in that against Dengler. You've also seen Tugi taking first place in a CT DAS test tournament back in 2022. Tugi is a 3-time Mega Masters player, a 4-time gold bracket player in CTWC. Also played a couple years in the Classic Tetris European Championship. Played in, was a top 4 in CT UK this year, top 4 in CTWC DAS in Germany this year. Tugi's been playing a long time. You've seen him at the CTWC Austria Regional, of course, and all over heck. And, of course, the host of the unfortunately defunct but critically acclaimed and beloved Community Chronicles podcast interview thing that appeared on our channel. It's still over there if you want to go watch. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. 221 for Tugi, 245 for Mushman, who qualified into this tournament seed number 28 from the United States of America. Called in with a 1.18 million. That was the average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. According to my extensive research, you know my reputation as a researcher, he's got a PB of 1.36 million. Not all that an extensive match history for Mushman. I have got a couple of matches in CTWC Bronze in 2024 against Mari, who he knocked out, and against Noel, who he did not knock out. Also, a handful of matches in Classic Tetris bi-weekly over the last few months. But that is it. So I know now. I also think maybe. Oh wait, this is this another player who played significant reps on Nestris.org? I feel like that's the case. Because I think I remember the old Twitch handle, and I feel like that was on Nestris.org, but I could be totally making up facts here. 347 for Mushman, 375 for Tugi. Somebody must know some backstory on Mushman. Nice flat long bar burn. Kingsman would love it if he were here, but guy's working man. Putting bread on the table for the family. And Mushman up pretty high. Oh, that bar is going to help. That's a great triple, and you can see the wave of relief washing over Mushman. Mushman is an IM on Nestris.org, number 7 on the 2-player leaderboard with a record of 46 and 20, says Javan T. Yeah, I knew Javan T would come in. Got to start collecting data, I guess, on Nestris.org. 410 here for Tugi, 414 for Mushman. All right, there is an open well now for Tugi and a Tetris, 458. They are just 1,000 or about that points apart as we approach level 19 here in game 1 of this round 1 match. Speed is about to increase by 50%. Colors are going to change. The value of line clears will go up. Tetris is on 19, worth 24,000, and will increase 1,200 points every subsequent color change. Tugi in, he's at 484, 489 for Mushman. So yeah, I'm very pleased with what is sort of happening with Nestris.org. We've had a handful of people that, you know, didn't have a lot of competitive history, getting a lot of reps on Nestris.org and then kind of filtering over to the streamed online tournament world. So, you know, people like Neuro and Steels and now Mushman. So yeah, you love to see it. This is exactly what I was hoping for with Nestris.org, or one of several things. 645 for Tugi, 583 for Mushman. Galizer says Mushman has a mush wife and a mush job. And a bunch of mush kids and mush businesses. All right, Tetris for Tugi, 705, 673 for Mushman. I might have to add a Nestris.org column to my info sheet here, but that really increases the amount of research that I have to do before matches here. Tio says, I wish it were Nestris.org were a bit more populated. I've never gotten a game against a non-bot on Norg. Yeah, I haven't really played a match in a few months on Nestris.org. I mean, it's not surprising that traffic might be flagging a bit. You know, things are, you know, popular when they are new. This happens a lot, but I don't like to see it. So we gotta figure out how to get more people on Norg. I think it's a net positive overall for the classic Tetris community. 867 for Tugi, 870 for Mushman. Tugi 906, so about a 36,000 point lead for Tugi. Now that is exactly the amount of a Tetris going from on 29, which these players are rapidly approaching. There is a Norg tournament coming up. Yeah, I haven't had, at least a couple months ago, I was not really having much trouble getting a match. All right, Tugi's into 29 at 849. Mushman at 908. I think it was 944 after a Tetris. Both players Tetrising here. It'll Be very curious to see what Mushman has for level 29. Tetris for Mushman, 989. A98 for Tugi, over 100,000 point lead in this board. Not going to be survivable for Mushman. Tugi is going to take game number 1. GG's. October 25th tournament. Who's organizing it? Like, what are the details? Oh, is there a perfect clear? I was trying to find out when the tournament was, and there's a perfect clear. So Tugi's continuing on, B95. By the way, we have 2 more streams today. There was going to be a solo match right after this one. That ended up getting canceled. That conflicts with ESWT BBWC. Well, I have not announced it, but I'm going to have to postpone. This is for the last time. ESWT BBWC is going to be in January. Just because of the September that I had, I was not really able to get a lot done, so I really just can do the bare minimum, no pun intended, for September and October. Mold problem back here in my apartment, so that I can't commit to it. So, it is Pumpy Heart, good. So it'll be a good tournament. But yeah, ESWT BBWC has been postponed till January. That will be the last time it's postponed. But it will take place. Yeah, we have not been promoting it too much, so I did want to give people more time to try to get good at the game, and also to have a run up with some death matches, and also to run the old tournament on our channel. FO7 for Tugi, that's a 1.5. And 3 lines to go. Will not have enough really for a rollover, but very respectable, dropping a 1.5 on a player making their Masters debut. One of these days, I'll learn what ESWT BBWC will be. I know it involves bears. Well, we're going to run the premiere of the original first annual 2022 or 2021 ESWT BBWC. We're going to run that as a premiere on YouTube soon. Maybe we'll do that this month, and then we'll do some death matches. People can see what it's like to play, and then that will give them some incentive in the run up to January. So it's just going to work out. Yeah, sorry, that's September. Last month, really, that beats Mushman's PB. Oh, that's so sick. Very cruel. But yeah, just last month for me, and there's still some stuff going on, just kind of through my whole year, at least as far as planning, into disarray. So I apologize for having to postpone it, but it will happen. All right, looks like both players are ready. OD7169, very good. All right, both players ready. Game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Chat, if you do a quick tap, is your dash just ruined, or is it possible to maintain? Yeah, if you can get a wall charge after the quick tap, but if you just do the quick tap and let go and don't try to do a wall charge, now, if you are able to move the next piece on the exact first frame of the entry of the next piece, then that would also maintain, or that would reestablish, or at least give you some DAS. So that is the other thing you can do. But the reason why you get a wall charge is so you can, on that first frame, be guaranteed to be pushing the piece, and that is what preserves DAS. So if you can't do that, and then you get on the first frame of the entry, that will do it as well. But wall charge, much easier because you don't have to be as precise. The people giving some mold advice. Yeah, it's the it's basically the AC unit is dripping down its condensation in a way that the apartment can't figure out So that is the problem. And so they just have to find out where the leak is because it keeps leaking down. But yeah, I do have a small dehumidifier in a nearby area and try to keep everything pretty ventilated around. But 209 for Tugi, 169 for Mushman. UK AC doesn't exist. I know, I'm so sorry. Well, I'm not sorry because you get the you get the society that you well, we don't have to get into that. But anyway, 256 for Tugi, 218 for Mushman. Game number 2. Yeah, I mean, air conditioning is good actually. I know that's a hot take. But it's good actually. 264 for Mushman, 328 for Tugi. Sounds like a cold take. I was waiting for that, Arbaro. What's going on, Arbaro? Tetris for Mushman, 310, 330 for Tugi. Thanks, Arbaro. So this is a best of 5. First player with a 3 next to their name will be moving on to that round 2 match against Sodium Overdose. Dan V says, imagine being able to refill your Sprite at restaurants. Wait, that's not a thing in the UK either? You can't, like, you don't get free refills? What a scam. Have I had any prize pool contributions lately? Oh, let's take a look. Have we? We had a couple of coupons being done, but that's about it. Did you contribute it to DAS? We did have a $1,000 contribution overnight from Scott Gray. Oh, Arbaro. Well, Arbaro just contributed $10 to the DAS prize pool. Thank you, Arbaro. Make sure to join Tetris for the non-pros at tnp.tetris.lol. It was banned. Only drinks without sugar can be refilled. I mean, come on, guys. You need, you know, you need your daddy to tell you how much food and what kind of food and drink you can have. Come on, guys. $407 for Mushman, $527 for Tugi. Can I have any more soda, Daddy? Oh, no? Okay. $600K transition for Tugi into 19. Mushman at 519. And there is Mushman into 19 as well. Thank you again, Arbaro, for the $10 contribution to the prize pool. Join Tetris for the non-pros at tnp.tetris.lol. TN like November. Tetris, what? Tango November Papa. $486 for Mushman, $682 for Tugi. All right, Tetris Tugi again, 767. Big lead against Mushman right here. About a 267,000 point lead is a big lead. But there's still a lot of Tetris to be played because we can get all the way to level 39. It is his Masters debut. He's played CTWC Bronze 2 years ago. He's played in Classic Tetris bi-weekly the last few months as well. He played a lot on Nestris.org. There's a Tetris for Mushman 590. Another Tetris 620. Starting to close that gap here, taking advantage of a slowdown from Tugi. Mushman open down the middle, has to close just in time for that long bar. There's a long bar Tetris for Mushman 654. And another one down the middle. So close that gap a bit. Now it's down to about 160,000. So cut about 100,000 off that lead. Well, Tugi's still kind of foundering here. $894 for Tugi, $730 for Mushman. I think he's... Let's see if he's going to transfer that well back over to column 10. Looks like it. All right, so Tugi has sort of extricated himself from his situation and is now set up on the right well. Gets a long bar over Tetris for Tugi, 934 on 27. With just about 10 lines, that speed is going to double. And players will have 100 lines until the super kill screen kicks in at level 39, 330 lines. Another Tetris. Okay, nice J and L for Mushman to help this stack out. Open on the right side now. Tugi is into 29. He's got the max out, A12. Mushman getting a little bit droughted. Blocks into 29, and that is going to be a top out for Mushman, 814. Tugi is good in game number 2. I was going to say, you know, if... in America, people would revolt if they banned free refills. But I've become very surprised by what people will tolerate the last few years, so they would probably just roll over. All right, we'll go ahead and get these players some new pieces. 8A, 7B, 4-8. Oh, Tugi, of course, quoting. Who knows what sitcom Tugi is quoting? Don't look it up. Don't look it up. If you look it up, I don't like you anymore. All right, looks like both players are ready. Game number 3. Mushman needs to win to stay in 3-2-1 Tetris. Alfred von Wigglebottom, if you looked it up, we are not friends anymore. But you are correct. I recognized it because I've watched my way through that show at least a dozen times. You watched that episode when it first aired? Oh my god. You are one of the olds. All right, Mushman with a very interesting board right here. Chopping it down, though, has to create another gap. Tugi here, 123. Mushman, 79,000. Open for a long bar. Would only clear a single, but he's got to get material in there, which he does. Takes that burn with the square. Opens up that right side. Tetris, good board now. Mushman back in business. Dirty Tetris, Mushman 131. There's one for Tugi, 192. All right, a little pull back there for Tugi to make room for the square. Building out that left. Gets a Tetris, 239. There's one, Mushman 200. All right, a little tuck there for Mushman to set up a tuck for a square, but got the square and then did not do it. But he's going to tuck all that in. He's figuring it out. All right, good. Tetris for Mushman, 247. I mean, smarter than me. Oh, the Vits for Mushman. They're doing all kinds of spicy tucks. What's up, Chen? How's it going? You have me on PC and mobile? Oh, man. That's maybe a little bit too much. Tetris for Mushman, 315. So we do have 2 more streams today. A Masters starting in about 3.5 hours, 3 hours, 20 minutes. It's going to be Violet versus Evesy, winner versus Tetris time. And then pretty much right after that, Cobra versus Means Egg, winner versus Scotto in Mega Dasters. That's right. That's you, Violet. Tetris for Mushman, 389, 428 for Tugi. Oh, Mushman with like 3 long bar dependencies like made there in a row up high on the board. He's gonna have to chop this down row by row. Still far enough from 19 though. He has time to recover, but oh boy, that left side's going to be tough. And oh no, that is going to be a top out for Mushman at 398, and Tugi is good in game number 3. Zoltan says, I have to make an interview at my company about Tetris, so I would like to announce my participation in the World Championship of No Row. So announce it, Vandy. I hereby announce that there will be a Stupid Tetris Monthly World Championship of No Rotation coming up in the near future, and that Zoltan is guaranteed entry into it. So anyway, GG's Tugi and GG's Mushman. Very exciting to have a player make their Masters debut. You did great. Looking forward to seeing you in future months. So GG's to you. But Tugi, you are the winner. Goodbye to you. Congratulations to you. Tugi, you will be playing Sodium Overdose at some point in the near future. Let me go ahead and report this to the Centralized Tetris Reporting Authority. Three to nothing. Anyway, Mushman, hope you had a good time. And let's show you the bracket. It didn't update because it doesn't do that. All right, there it is. Tugi versus Mushman results in Tugi playing Sodium Overdose. This is going to feed into Blue Scooty. And then an ultimate match against Dangler versus Akatu. So that is sort of the path to the semifinals for this quadrant. It is. All right, well, thanks everybody for hanging out. Credits. Let's see. Who did what? All right, well, thanks everybody for supporting the stream. You are listed here on the screen if you did support the stream. So really, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. It means a lot, and it really, really helps out. There you are on the list. Okay, and thank you to those of you who contributed to the prize pool. We had a contribution overnight from Scott Gray. That got us over the halfway mark to our top 8 incentive. Also had a contribution from our borrow. We had a few people do contribution codes. So thank you, Chen and our borrow, for doing those, and Pines Cutely, I believe. We still have 18 of those codes left. Use the Matcherino command to bring up the link, and you can go over and do some codes when you get a chance. Patrons, thank you for your support. Scott Gray, J, K9 Tacky, Corporal, Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat Kid, Javan T, Jason, and Sunny, thank you for your support, as well as everybody else on this slide. Appreciate that. Plus Violet, I'll get you on there. Appreciate it. And that is it. So join me in about 3 hours and 17 minutes for the next stream. It's going to be Violet versus Evesy, winner versus Tetris Time and Masters. Then after that, a Mega Dasters bracket with Cobra versus Uf Means Egg, winner versus Scotto. Appreciate that. Okay, YouTube, Mark Driss, Christopher W, Zoltan, Dan V, Ogus Han, Ego Chip. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate y'all. Take care. Bye-bye. Burbia, you missed it. But you could just replay it and pretend that it's live.